Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. What I'd like to go over with you in this episode, have you took the time to sit down and plan what your hour of power is going to look like? And what I mean by that is this. What is it that you can actually get done in an hour when you and your team are focused on it? Some of the stuff I went over in previous episodes, I talked about putting people in place to take care of some of the stress of your personal life, perhaps mowing your grass, shoveling your sidewalk, taking care of cooking meals. Whatever it takes to free up the time for you to be able to work on your business. Once you have that kind of stuff in place, if you're somebody that doesn't have computer skills, maybe you've hired a high school kid or a college kid to be able to do some of those skills for you. What happens if you still work a job? Do you have people working in your business while you're working that job? And one of the hardest things you're going to deal with there, and this was a real struggle for me in the beginning of my business, I was actually handing out more money per hour than what I was making working a job. But I needed to do that to be able to, one, you can't just quit your job. You need the income, you need the benefits, stuff like that. But I also needed this business to fly for me. I needed to be able to have people work on it, and they had skills that I didn't have. You've heard me say before, I'm not exactly a computer wizard. I don't even write my own emails. I dictate to somebody else, and basically what they do is they knock the redneck off of it and make me sound professional. And you're probably starting out far above me. Or maybe you're exactly where I am. You're thinking, I don't know how to write an email that it sounds good. It doesn't matter where you start, it's where you finish. So as we look at the power in an hour, I want you to understand what it's going to cost. What does it take to hire these people, to have them do Facebook ads or to write emails for you, maybe to help you put your product together. You have the idea, but you don't know how to format it and lay it out into a sellable product. With your business moving forward, you're going to start focusing more on the team that you have for your business so they can handle a lot of work that you're not necessarily good at. At the same time, you're going to be looking at how can I improve my finances? How can I set myself up to afford to do this until we start making sales? This is just stuff I want you to think about. And I want you to be writing in your accountability journal all the thoughts and things that you're dealing with as I tell you this stuff, and it starts to be serious thoughts and you're thinking, how can I get this to work out? Because what happens as you write it down, it's another time of you thinking about it. And also, when you look back over it, you'll be able to see the big steps that you've taken that maybe didn't seem like a big step at all when you did it, but it would be a key turning point in your business. That's everything I have for this episode of The Money Wheel. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.